that Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam. Did you know that Kaaba is the first place to worship Allah? Allah wanted Mecca to be the place which people faced around the world. Guys, did you know Prophet Ibrahim built the holy Kaaba? He invited people to worship Allah, just as Prophet Muhammad did.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Right, today we're going to be talking about this half circle or semicircle. Does anyone know what this semicircle is? Put your hands up. I think Tayyiba was first.
Hijr al-Ismaeel.
Yes, it is Hijr al-Ismaeel. Very good. It's a place where Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he came to Mecca, he built a shelter for his baby son and the mother. Does anyone know what Prophet Ismaeel alayhi salam's mother is? Yes, Al-Batul.
Hijr.
Hajr, very, very good. Okay, now Mecca is a desert, isn't it? It's so hot and there's not much water around. So they really needed, just for their own survival, just to survive in that heat, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam built them a shelter. And that shelter was part of the Kaaba originally. And that is why when you do the, what's it called when you walk around the Kaaba? Hussein.
Tawaf.
Very good. And how many times do you do it, Maryam?
7 times.
Very good. Okay, when you do your tawaf around the Kaaba 7 times, you have to walk around the Hijr al-Ismaeel and not through it. And the Hijr al-Ismaeel is really, really blessed because inside it, there are lots of prophets and families of the prophet that are buried in there. So it's super blessed. You didn't ask me why Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam came to Makkah in the first place. Does anyone else know? Sayyid Ali.
Like Imam Ali was born there, Sahib Zaman was born there.
Okay.
Like all the Imams and all the Nabis.
All the Nabis. Well, Imam alayhi salam was definitely born there. But the other prophets, not really, because the only person that was born in the Kaaba was Imam Ali. However, the other Nabis did pray to Allah, and the Kaaba is a center of the God of Allah. Let me tell you why Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam came to Makkah. He was guided by Angel Jibreel, but that's because he left his previous place. He lived in a place where King Namrud said, I am the God and everyone should worship me. Would you worship King Namrud? No, but you know what? King Namrud was so powerful and people were so scared of him that they actually believed him. He had so much money, so he made people worship him. But Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam definitely didn't want to worship him. Now, before Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was born, there was an astrologer, an astrologist, the one that looks at the stars and predicts things in the future. And this man predicted that there was going to be a prophet born in his city that was going to overthrow the king. That means that he's going to tell people not to pray to the king and pray to Allah instead. So Namrud got so angry and he said, right, I'm going to make a rule. Everyone in my land, all the men and women, you have to be separated. And that way, no new kids will come. Do you think that stopped Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam from being born? No, right? And his mom was very smart. Because his mom knew this, when Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was born, as a baby, she hid him in a cave. And he grew up in a cave for 13 years. And then when he was 13, she felt that actually, I think it's safe now to bring him into the town. And when he grew up, he became the prophet and he started bringing people towards Islam. And one day, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam decided to destroy all the idols because the people, they used to worship the idols. They used to prostrate to idols and they used to pray to things like the moon, sun and the stars. So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, because Allah wanted to, yes, Sayyid Ali?
I know, like he wanted all the boys, not the girls.
Oh, interesting, not.
Because so he have them to help him and kill the others to learn them bad stuff.
You wanted to teach them good things and get rid of the bad things. Very good. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was instructed by Allah to go to the place where they kept all the idols and destroy them, except from the biggest one. And then when the people came back, when they returned to the central place where all the idols were kept, they realized the idols were broken and they were really, really angry. So they knew exactly who to go to. They went to Prophet Ibrahim and asked him, Prophet Ibrahim, did you destroy the idols? And he didn't give an answer. He didn't want to tell them. And he said instead, why don't you ask the biggest one? And the people realized he was mocking them because they knew that the idols can't talk for themselves. The idols can't defend themselves. They can't speak for themselves and they can't protect anyone. So they realized that Prophet Ibrahim was trying to make a point, and Prophet Ibrahim wanted them to realize that actually, why am I worshipping these idols? They're no good to me. They can't help me. But do you think that they actually started believing in Prophet Ibrahim? No, they just got even more angry. And na'udhu billah, they wanted to kill Prophet Ibrahim. So Namrud decided that there's going to be a big fire. So for a whole month, they collected firewood to make a giant fire. They built a catapult and they put Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam in the catapult and slung him all the way into the fire. But because Prophet Ibrahim was acting on behalf of God, he was Allah's messenger, right? So Allah said to the fire, "O fire, be calm and be a safety for Prophet Ibrahim." And at that point, the whole fire turned into a beautiful garden. And when Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam landed into the fire, he was actually landing into a garden. And that was a beautiful miracle. But people were not happy about this. They had witnessed a miracle and they've just realized that actually Prophet Ibrahim is definitely correct. So that is why Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam then migrated to Mecca, where Allah had instructed him to build the holy Kaaba, which he then built. What was this called again? Yes?
hijr Ismaeel.
Very good. Well done. Thank you so much. And inshallah, we'll see you next time. Ma salama.
Ma salama.